My name is Evangelia, and I am going to speak a little bit about how we do data entry. Before we begin discussing the general data entry processes, we must first discuss how we on the project define COVID-19. Defining a case is more complicated than simply recording whether a person has COVID-19 or not. Depending on the health department website we are dealing with, the definition of a COVID-19 case may vary, as 3 tests are used to detect the virus. The 2 tests used to diagnose COVID-19 and show us the presence of an active infection are antigen and molecular tests. Another test in use is the antibody test, which shows whether a person has ever had contact with the virus historically. However, it does not show us whether they have an active infection. For this reason, we are only concerned with results of the 2 tests that show us how the virus spreads as a function of time, and thereby do not include antibody test results in our data. Taking into account that different sources may define or count their cases differently, whenever you think it may be necessary to change a source being used, it is crucial to discuss it first with your team and team leads so that we can maintain consistent, accurate data. Additionally, should you notice that your state or county changes something or updates something about their reporting protocol, please be sure to share it in your regional channel so that the whole team is aware. We are now going to take a look at the state strategies document. Each region will have their own separate state strategies document. However, they will all contain the same information, though they may be laid out differently. We're now viewing the state strategies document for Team West Pacific. As you can see, this is a key document for data entry, as it clearly outlines the primary and secondary sources needed to enter data for each state and county. Data entered is only sourced through the links outlined on the sheet. As you can see, it includes links also to historical data and special notes where we note source update time and other state or county specific quirks and entry process updates that arise specific to each state. We will now take a look at the team entry spreadsheet. As you can see, each of the states for this region are listed in the first column with their corresponding counties underneath. For each state that you are entering for, there are 4 columns that must be filled in their entirety. In the first column, we have confirmed cases, followed by probable cases, then confirmed deaths, followed by probable deaths. As you can see here with Utah, not every county or even the whole state in this case will report probable cases or probable deaths, in which case we have entered 0 for these entire columns. No cells can be left blank. To give a quick example of how we utilize the sources for data entry, we're going to take a look at the source that involves Davis County in Utah for today, September 1st. Before entering data, you want to make sure that the source you are using has updated fully for the day that you are entering data for. Looking at Davis County, we can see that they have 45,206 cases. Which we will enter into the confirmed cases column. To get the confirmed deaths, we can see that there are 212 for Davis County on September 1st in the confirmed deaths column. As I just mentioned, Utah does not report probable cases or deaths, so we will enter 0 in both of those cells. Speaking briefly on the unknowns row, which will be at the bottom for each state on every spreadsheet, every state has different unknowns and a different protocol which will vary. So be sure to follow the standardized and outlined protocol for the state that you're working on by referring to the state strategies document where any quirks will be noted. Regardless of protocol, there will never be a negative number of unknown cases. For most states, unknowns are calculated by comparing the state total of cases or deaths to the cumulative total that you get on the spreadsheet once you have filled in data for all of the counties. which you will be able to find the total number of confirmed cases and the total number of confirmed deaths. If these numbers do not match the state totals for the state source, then you would subtract the two numbers to get your unknown cases for the deaths and for the cases. If there is no unknown protocol for the state you're doing entry for, those cells would all be 0. Once you have completely filled in your data entry for your state, you will navigate to your team's tracker document. This is the tracker for Team West Pacific. Though all region trackers may not look exactly the same, you're going to select or write your name next to the state that you've completed entry for. And in this case, you would check the box to show that you have completed entry for today for Utah. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to reach out to your leads should you have any further questions.